Things are quiet now. But you won't believe how quickly the world came apart. The lights in the sky. The fires. The endless cold. Those who've survived have been brought to their knees. On their knees, they'll pray they make it through winter. When I was a doctor, I heard those same prayers. People hoping against hope. I couldn't do anything for them then. I'm not sure I can help them now, but I need to try. I know you're out there somewhere, fighting to survive for another day in a world that's forgotten us. Whatever happens, whatever you do, don't give up. Remember who we were. Don't let this new world break you. And I will see you again.
Well, hello, everybody. How you doing? Aiden Rocks, how's it going? How are you doing today? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. We are, today we have several things we want to do in Zone of Contamination. I mean, we got like 20, I think about 28 days left to go here. So we need to get our food sources taken care of. Most importantly, we need to find some ptarmigan, because I need to make some broth. But we're gonna need to be going and doing some fishing. We're gonna need to get our tip-ups back out and go do that. So yeah, we have quite a few things to do. Right now we're in the cave here. This is our little luxurious cave that we have. With all of our meats and stuff in it. We got all of our meats. We got a rabbit here as well. Got a little bit of our meaty boys here. We'll eat down some deer meat here. Let's grab that rabbit. We'll harvest him up real quick. So, yeah. But, yeah, we are on day... Let's see. We're on day 718. We had a little bit of an incident the other day. On day 712, we were up at the boss's settlement. And we were kind of dinking around on a cliffside and kind of went over the edge accidentally. And yeah, it hurt a lot. But we survived, thank goodness. Thank goodness we were at high health, so we survived. But yeah, it was pretty bad. So yeah, we've got 22 days in Zone of Contamination. We got 28 days left to go. Let's get the rabbit all harvested up here. Get some meat off them. One thing we haven't had a lot of in this zone that I've been actually kind of surprised about is that we haven't had a lot of electrostatic fog storms in this zone, which I've actually kind of been surprised by, because usually, I mean, in Forsaken Airfield there's quite a few, and I thought I remembered there being quite a few in this zone too, but maybe I'm misremembering. And there really aren't as many as I thought there were, so. Get the gut out here as well. Do need to check my weight and see where we're at on all of our stuff. Alright, you're good to go. Drop the gut down here. Just lucky on RNG, I guess. We actually have had one or two, but I remembered having a lot more when we were here before. Country roads take me home. Thank you for the 60 63 months. Thank you for that 63 months there. I appreciate that very, very much. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Let's leave this piece of metal here.
Contriodes just resubscribed for 63 months.
Leave one of you here. Yeah, our fish tip-ups are getting worn down a bit. Oh, I even got some spray paint. Where did I leave my rabbit traps at? I put my rabbit traps somewhere. And now I can't remember where I put them. All right, let's see. So we got 9, we got 18. I need to load up on fuel because we need to go over and get some.
Too much.
I want to go over and do a bunch of fishing. Because fish are going to be one of our main food sources going forward. Okay, we got all that stuff there. How are we doing on water? Yeah, I'm going to grab a water here. I have not found the birdies yet. No, we're going to head out and go try to find some birds today. That's one of our goals, is the birds. The birds. Now I'm trying to remember, where did I put my rabbit traps at? I remember putting them down. I just can't remember where I put them. I put them down over. Did I put them down over here? I think I might have put them down over here. Let's travel back up to the. Hey, Talia. Hello, hello. Yeah, now I'm trying to remember where I stuck the rabbit traps. Did I put the rabbit traps over there? Yeah, we'll have to go find them at some point. We brought most of our bear meat up here. We got most of our bear meat sitting here now. We can cook that up. We can take that inside and cook it up whenever we want. I should bring my rabbit traps down here and have them near this rabbit. I think I put my rabbit traps out over there. But we'll be coming back here anyway. I need to transport a lot of stuff over from that cave over here as far as like fuel goes. I got a lot of fuel there. And I need to transfer it over. Hold on one second, guys. All right.
Can't feel my hands.
I know. It's so cold. Boo-hoo. We did get the tool belt now, which is nice. We have the tool belt on. We're sacrificing a little bit of warmth for it, but we do have the tool belt on now, which is kind of cool. There are some limbs around here, so if we really wanted to, we could do some limb action. I can build a fire and take a few limbs down, which might be a good idea. I think that's what we're gonna do. Hyperman! Woo! Hyperman with the 107. 107 months. Holy mackerel, man. 107 months. Jeez Louise.
Hyperman
That's a couple months there.
2100 just resubscribed for 107 months. OMG.
That's a couple of months. How you doing, man? How's it going today? We are on our way over to get a fishing setup over here by the lake. It's been a few. It has been a few months. How are you? How are you? I hope you're doing. Hope you're doing well.
Come on.
All right, let's take you down. I'm gonna take it down with my hatchet. And let's take you down. And we got 40 minutes left on the fire. 40 minutes left on the fire. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Doing good. Finished the episode 5 recently. Nice. Got frostbite. Hey, have to start a challenge over now. No, we've had frostbite since day 2, Sean. We've had frostbite since day 2. You hear the Call of Duty news? I've always been a fan of campaign modes with a story. It's about North Korea invading South Korea. I don't keep up on any sort of first-person shooter stuff. I have not heard a thing about it. Actually, let's go ahead. What's our weight looking like? 54. Yeah. Well, we'd have to come back for some of that. Yeah, I'm not a big FPS fan, so I haven't really kept up on any of that, goat. Wabajank, how you doing? Crixie, hello. So what were your sort of initial thoughts on episode 5? Favela, how's it going? What were your initial thoughts on episode 5, Hyperman? Because I've been my thoughts are not, I don't think controversial, but they're not. Yeah, they're not the. They haven't been the kindest. Aster Match, how you doing? All right, let's just put it this way. I had a lot of issues with episode 5. A lot of issues with episode 5. So even more issues than I had with episode 4. Oh yeah, it had tons of potential. I'm just wondering, did they run out of time to like actually craft it into something else, that's something good, or did they just like not? Did they? I don't know. What are my episodes with episode 5? A lot. Too linear, not enough exploration. Never before in any of the episodes have we just transported back to wherever we were after we finished a task. We've never transported back to anywhere. And we did that like, what, 3 times? Two times, 3 times? We just transferred back to cutscenes. It was just weird. It was just weird. But it's good to see you, Wabajank. I hope you're having a great day. It was meant to be a story-driven episode. Well, yeah. But that doesn't stop you from, like, letting players walk back to where the story will then pick up again. I mean, the best part of the entire game was when we were out there with Astrid in the wilds. And we finished up our task in the wilds, and it just transports us back. Just transported us back to the main storyline. It's like, nope, can't be out there anymore. You're just going right back. Like, really? 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 Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Yeah, now episode 5 was definitely a 1 out of 10. It just wasn't that good. Just wasn't that good. Just got in from mowing, very hot outside, now relaxing. Nice. Yeah, it's a little warm here. It's only supposed to get up to 79 here today. So not too bad. I like the cargo ship. The train was okay on the first go-round. It just got kind of boring on the second go-round because it was like, okay, we've already done this now. Now we have to do it again. It's like, okay. It wasn't very thrilling to have to go do the train again. It was interesting. I liked the train. It's funny. It's fun. We both hit on the same games. Yes. The funny thing I found, here's the ironic thing I found with the train, is that in every other situation, in every other situation, you have a jump back to the main part of the game after you finish your quest or whatever it is. And then the train, they decide to force you to go back on the train tracks for whatever reason. I don't know why. And yeah, it was interesting on the way over, but at the same time, it was like, whatever. At that point, I just wanted to throw myself to the wolves and be like, hey, I'm good. The fire barrel is random. It occasionally appears in that shelter nearby. Okay, so it is a random thing that happens. Gotcha. Plus I did have a situation where the train bugged out on me and I couldn't get off or on the train, so I had to restart the game, which was loads of fun. Loads and loads of fun.
Yeah, Atheenon didn't like episode 5 so much. It was kind of sucky.
Plus, Will had no action in the game at all. Literally, Will had an escort quest. He had an escort quest. He had a fetch quest, and he had a sneaky quest, and that was pretty much it. You didn't really get to do much with Will, which kind of sucked. Oh, and then he made buddies with Mathis. Then he became buddies with Mathis. And they have time sensitive achievements in Long Dark. I'm sorry, you're telling me I have to move fast through things in Long Dark? Okay. All right, I guess that's a thing. Suppose. It really wasn't that fun. I still say Eldritch God, my Cthulhu conspiracy is better than anything they came up with. It is. It is. And that's how it should have been. It should have been Cthulhu. Cthulhu should have been like guiding everything in that game. That's how it should have been. Yeah, we'll just nurse the fire here. We'll nurse it along. Will falls asleep after the radio message just so he can get ambushed by Mathis. Yeah. Stick. Fish. I just wish it had been way better. There's just so much there they could have done. So much there. And oh my god, the lore dump. Oh geez, I think that was probably my biggest complaint. Is the lore dump. It's like 15 minutes of exposition. I was like, oh my god, the yapping. I wasn't looking for the yapping. The Yappinator got a hold of it. We got our snow shelter here. We're good. We're good. See, the wind died down, so we did good. I don't know where my fish traps are. We're gonna have to go, or my my rabbit traps are. We're gonna have to go back and find those. I think I left them along the river or over there somewhere. Whitefish, bluefish, redfish, greenfish.
This gear.
Shh. You fine. All right, let's drop our cedar here. Drop all that here. We're gonna spend a little time here. Drop a few you here. But hey, you know the best part about episode 5 is that it's now over. We don't have to think about it anymore. I'll never have another person in chat coming in going, "Hey, when's episode 5 gonna be out?" That'll never happen again. So that is probably the best part of it being over, is that it's actually over now. Yeah, we're gonna make up some pancakes too. I just helped some random lady get her cat back into her home. Aww, that's nice. Kitties! And we got some acorn pancakes because I like making those. Let's bash you open. So that to me is the best part of episode 5 right now, is that it's done, it's over, we don't have to think about it anymore.
Dusk. The night can't be far behind.
Don't have to think about it anymore. It's all taken care of. Everything is good. Yeah, I think we sleep here tonight. Do. Ugh. Ugh. Am I getting Black Frost? Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll give Black Frost a shot. I'll give Black Frost a shot. So, yes, Holy Balls. It is zone of contamination. It is a very scary zone.
I just need to close my eyes.
I know. You're very tired. You're very tired, man. You're very tired. But yeah, zone of contamination is quite the zone. Let's go ahead and just get a couple hours of sleep. Yeah, I'm gonna drink a birch bark. No, I'm not thirsty. Okay, no, never mind. I'm not gonna bring a birch bark tea. I'm just gonna sleep for like 3 hours. How likely is it that Hinterland's already been acquired by some unknown larger publisher for the sake of getting the required funds for Black Frost? I don't think we'd know about it if it happened. I doubt they would tell us about it. Oh, of course my tip-ups trigger right as I go to sleep. Of course they do. Of course they do. And of course both of them triggered. Oh boy.
Yeah, Atheenon wasn't a big fan of that old episode 5, but you know what he's a fan of? Big old me, Billy the Bass. Oh yeah.
I am a fan of Billy the Bass.
Fingers feel numb.
He's quite exciting. Quite an exciting character. I gotta get warmed up. We'll sleep for an hour and get warmed up. Then I'll go break open the other one. Yeah, and I mean, and that's the thing is like episode or a Black Frost multiplayer. I'm just like, it's just I hope people temper their expectations, because I'll tell you right now, their multiplayer is probably gonna suck. In the beginning, it's probably gonna suck pretty bad. I don't care what devs they have on it, or you know what experience those devs have had before with multiplayer or anything like that. Hinterland does not do multiplayer, and so they don't really know what they're gonna do. They probably want to do certain things, but the multiplayer is probably not going to be that great. It just probably isn't, which is fine. I don't think it should have to be that great. Hinterland's known at this point for making great single player game, and I'm sure the single player part of the game will be really good. I just don't think multiplayer is going to be that great off the rip. I think it'll get better over time. But I don't think it's going to be real great right away. I think it's going to need a lot of work. A lot of work. Oh, it is an electrostatic fog. I was just talking about electrostatic fogs and how I hadn't had any yet. And here we have one right now. Yeah, God, Jace is horrible. Jace is the cringiest character in all of episode 5. Such cringe. I mean, that they made a whole I'm scared of the dark part of the episode. I was just like, okay. How have you lived this long in the apocalypse? It's like, how are you still alive in the apocalypse at this point? That's the thing, a gremlin. I doubt they'll have PvP in it. I mean, you know, I doubt they will have active PvP in the game. You will probably be able to affect other things. You'll probably be able to affect other things in the game, but I doubt you'll be able to affect your fellow players. It'll be more of a cooperative. It'll probably be more of a cooperative. I wasn't the biggest fan of Jace's character either. Jace just seemed kind of like, whatever. But, you know, not every character you have to like, so. All right, we are kind of cold right now. I want to get warmed up a little bit.
Tired.
Oh, hey, we got Insomnia in town, too. What a deal. Yay. Yay, Insomnia. Now, see, that's the thing, you know, since I've thought about it more, that's what I think Rudiger's machine is causing. It's causing the, you know, it's causing the fog, making it so you can't sleep, so you kind of go crazy. Jace was a better character in episode 4, yeah. Jace just seemed like a vehicle this time. Jace was a vehicle this time that just got us through certain areas of the game. And gave us something to do on our escort quest for Jace.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
See, my thought, here's what my thought, Wabajank, was. My thought on the Rudiger's machine is that he was doing it as kind of an alternative. He knew that the auroras and the electromagnetic storms were coming, and he wanted to use his machine to create the electrostatic fog so that we kind of have that sort of Tesla effect where there's electricity in the air being transmitted everywhere, so our electric stuff could continue to work even though the electromagnetic storm was basically shutting it down most of the time. And the problem with it is that it gives people insomnia, and it gives people the inability to sleep, which is what's slowly driving him crazy. And that was the part he couldn't figure out. And that's why everybody went nuts and like lost it. But that was just kind of like my headcanon on it, is that he was sort of doing it as a not so much a study thing, but he wanted to try to find a way to bring back electricity because or create his own electric field because he knew what was coming and he knew what it would do. And he's a mad scientist. Yes, he is. Well, all science is a little bit mad. All scientists are a little mad. You gotta be a little mad. Yeah, it harnesses it, but there are side effects. Really bad side effects. Most of which is you can't sleep. Which sleep is like one of the most important things to a human being. Without sleep, we basically go insane. Geological cycles in his research. Oh, hey, the fog's lifting. Let's cook up a rosehip tea. Pick you up. Drink you up. Get a little warmth bonus here. Yeah, Rudiger was a crazy dude. Got a whitefish. Nice. I'm just taking these up because I need to go grab my rabbit traps. Sit down, doggo. Chef Roque! For that 7 months. Thank you for the 7 months there, Chef Roque. I appreciate that very much. All right, let's get this fish cooked up before we go.
SMG just resubscribed for 7 months. Hey,
Hey, Chef Roque, how you doing? Everybody go over and give Chef Roque a follow. Give Waba Jake a follow too while you're out there. Give everybody a follow. Follow all the wonderful streamers in our community. I'm gonna fill up my lantern. All right, is there anything else I want to leave here? I'm gonna leave this can here. We're making a little collection of cans by our snow shelter. It's our snow shelter can collection. But everybody go give Chef Roque a follow. Give us some love. How are you doing today, Chef Roque? You've returned to the long, dark struggle yesterday? Very nice. Very nice. 53 minutes till burn. Let's just get the fish off the fire. There we go. Then we can drink our tea. Get ourselves nice and warmed up again. There we are. Pick you up. All right, let's go. Let's go back over here and see if we can find our rabbit traps. We got a deer over here I've never harvested either. Honestly, I can't remember where I left my rabbit traps. Maybe someone in chat knows. Does anybody in chat know where I left my rabbit traps? I think I left them over by the cave, but I'm not 100% sure. There's 4 of them out there. I mean, I guess that's something. Pretty good floating on TBH. The character you're playing, it was associated with with Rudiger. That's a cool idea, Charles Ghost. I like that. See, look at all these cool ideas that we, the audience, have. See, that's one thing. That's one thing about completing a story. It's cool to do. I think, especially for like a video game, or something like that, where you can leave undefined parameters. I think it's kind of cool to never tell people everything that's going on. That's one thing I didn't really like with the big old lore dump in episode 5, is it kind of just tells the entire story, and it's like, okay, that's cool, I guess. But it's one of those where if you want your fans to kind of have fun, it's kind of fun to give them hints and ideas of stuff that have happened and let them kind of create their own stories around it. It kind of keeps up almost like a little bit of interaction with the core group of people who play your game, and it makes them and then you can even drop more lore hints as you go along that'll either confirm or deny sort of what they're thinking, and it'll maybe push them towards a different perspective or reinforce the one they already have. They'll be like, yeah, see, look, what I was thinking is right based on X, Y, and Z. Yeah, it builds plot and suspense, and and that's a good thing. Now, I know they're done with the Long Dark, so I guess they mainly just don't want us to have to think about it anymore. But it's like, it takes away, in my opinion, it takes away some of the fun. It takes away a little bit of the fun of the game when you know what the end is going to be. And the community, from what I've seen, has some wonderful ideas on sort of different fan theories and fan ideas of what has happened in the world and why things are the way they are. I mean, and honestly, did they ever explain? I mean, they never really. Of all the things they did not, of all the things they did in episode 5. They answered all these questions and came up with all these reasons for everything that's going on and gave you the entire story. Never once did they actually explain what was up with Methuselah. They just kind of left that open, which I'm fine with, but I find it kind of weird that out of all the things that I know people were curious about, who was Methuselah was one of the biggest ones. And they just left that kind of like ambiguous up in the air. And they didn't, I mean, for me, they really didn't answer the question. Mackenzie's always winded, Janet. Mackenzie is a winded sucker. He's a sad, sad little man. Always huffing and puffing. We call him Will Huff and Puff. Think he's in Will's mind? Probably. I still think he was a manifestation of Cthulhu, given human form, who was guiding Will towards things that may or may not be good. I mean, everything links back to Cthulhu. Just think about it. Everything does. The bad dreams, the nightmares, everything links back to Cthulhu. It just does. Don't fight me on this. It is what it is. The Eldritch gods were coming down and letting themselves be known. I mean, think of it. The water, the boats, the Cthulhu out in the ocean just rising up and going, rah. I think honestly, here's the thing, Wabajank. 5 to 7 years ago, their story would have been very unique. It doesn't hit the same now. Thank you for following as well there. I appreciate that. Thanks for subscribing over on the YouTube side. Thank you for following and subscribing over on the YouTube side. Appreciate that very much. Yeah, it's just their story doesn't really resonate very heavily nowadays. It would have a while ago. I mean, that's the thing. Years ago, it would have resonated, and I think it would have been more unique and interesting. It's 2026 now. It doesn't really hit as much as it would have. How long till we're going to be in the mine? Oh, we were already in the mine. Are you talking about spending 25 days in the mine? We aren't doing that until we're done with the challenge. Because we got to get ourselves ready. We got to get ourselves well stocked and provisioned on food and water to go in there and do it. The deck of cards was more telling of the story than the story was. Yeah, the deck of cards was pretty good. It was a pretty cool way to do it. I mean, I like the storytelling in Tales just because you get these snippets of people's lives. You kind of get a idea. I think it's cool in several ways. It's cool because of like the mementos. The mementos are kind of neat. And the mementos have always told a little bit of a story that you can follow. Oh, there's another deer over here. Another deer over here. Interesting. Interesting. I think we take this deer. Cards as merch? Yeah, I mean, missed opportunity there. Could you imagine if they sold a deck of long dark playing cards that match the
Might have to drop some gear.
that match the cards in the game? Could you imagine that? I'd buy several packs of them. I'd buy a pack of them just to keep them sealed. I'd buy a pack of them just to put them in sleeves and have them displayed in like a book. And I'd buy another pack just to play with. I mean, I'd probably buy like 2 or 3 packs of those. That would be freaking cool. That would be freaking cool. But yeah, I just think the story would have hit a lot harder like 5 to 7 years ago. It just doesn't really hit as hard today as it would have. I still have no idea where my rabbit traps are. I mean, but yeah, if that would be so cool if they put out a deck of those playing cards with that art on it and stuff. That'd be so neat. I'd be all over that like white on rice. Yeah, I'm not sure where my rabbit traps are. Oh, I know where my rabbit traps are. I think. Did I put them out over by the concentrator? I think I did. And then I just walked away from them. I was like, I don't need them anymore. That was silly of me. Yeah, that was goofy. I think we need to walk over to the concentrator. I need to concentrate a little bit. Eat some bear meat. There we go. Oh, let's drop the rabbit meat here. Or not the rabbit meat, the deer meat. Deer meat. We'll drop the deer meat over here. Drop you. Drop the fat over here. Drop my guts, and I got a hide on me as well. There we go. Another deer hide going down. That's good. We need those. I'm not repairing the bearskin hide, the bearskin coat yet because, honestly, it could use repair, but it doesn't need. It still could be repaired to 100%. I'm gonna kind of wait till it gets to the point where I can't repair it to 100% and then repair it, because that way I'll get the maximum I can out of my stuff. Yeah, the cougar hide wrap's taking a little bit of a hit, but we did get the foreman's belt. That's cool. Yes, they Kenneth, they do. Don't argue with YouTube. Those work amazing. They work amazing. Yeah, you know, the thing with episode 5 is, like it or hate it, it doesn't really matter which one you go for. Like it, hate it, be in the middle on it. You know, it's done and over. You it had its high points. It had its low points. It was what Raphael had as a vision for his game and his story, and he's got that out there now. He's expressed it. Like it or hate it, it is done, and it's not going to change. It's not going to be any different. So, it just at this point it is what it is. We can look on it and analyze it and be like, hey, I played it once, and I'm gonna have to go play it to get a couple of the achievements that they put timed achievements in on a survival game, and I got to go back and do those just to get those, and so I'll be forced to mess with it again. But yeah, I'm just gonna quickly go through those, and oh, I forgot I have insomnia. Can't sleep for a whole long time. To me, the whole thing felt like a romance, not a good one, more like a push or pull. If one. Yeah, I mean, there was the whole thing with him and Astrid, which was kind of interesting, I guess. I mean, it's like, okay, cool. They have kind of a thing, or they had a thing, and they did have a son. That was speculation all along, and that was kind of like held up. It was like, okay, yeah, they did have a kiddo. I'm gonna eat my pancakes. Yum yum, yum yum. Well, I'm hoping, Kenneth, that with the end of the game, kind of being officially wrapped up at this point, the modders are going to take over, and they're going to be doing all sorts of stuff. Because now the game, the biggest problem with modding the Long Dark is that the Long Dark, whenever they would change things in the Long Dark, it would change the coding enough that it would break most of the mods. And so the mods, unless the modders were like up on top of it all the time and kind of staying ahead of it, their mods got broken a lot, and so they'd have to go back and fix them and change them and get them ready to go. Now they'll be able to actually mod it and know that the game's not going to change, so they can even do more extensive stuff than they've already done. And they've done some pretty extensive mods already. I mean, there's whole new zones out there, for heaven's sake. So they've done some pretty extensive mods already. It'll be interesting to see what they do going forward. Real interesting to see what they do going forward. So he chased her. She left him in her dust. Well, I think there's more to it. Waba, I think there's a history with them that they should have gone. I think they could have gone into the history between Astrid and Will a little bit more. Because I get the feeling it was kind of a tragic history for both of them. I mean, the loss of a child is one of the most traumatic things parents will ever go through. And it leads a lot of times to parents just separating because they just can't. It is one of the greatest factors into parents getting separated. Is when they lose a child. Not even that they don't care about each other anymore or anything like that. It's too painful sometimes for them to be around each other because it constantly reminds them of what they've lost. And so they could have explored that. I think they could have explored the whole aspect of that. I think they could have explored the loss of a child in a lot bigger way. And I think it would have been interesting. I would have been interested to see what it was all about. I would have been very interested to see the whole sort of story that went behind that. Yeah, I saw LMG exploring a modder zone. It was extensive. Oh yeah, There's a lot of stuff. There's whole new zones that have been built out there. There's add-on mods. There's crafting mods. There's all sorts of stuff. John Washington's wife after the little boy Adam was killed. Oh yeah, exactly. And that's the thing is like I think when you lose a child, especially when the child's young. I mean it's always tragic to lose your child. I think Theoden said it best, that no parent should ever have to bury their child. And that's true. But when your child's older, it's a tragedy, but it's not as I don't know, emotionally breaking. It doesn't have the same impact as when they're really young. Like when, two parents with a, 5-year-old and two parents who have a 40-year-old or a 30-year-old that passes away. It's still hard, but I don't think it's as hard as when they're younger. Not trying to mitigate the loss of a child, but just saying that there's a variable there that definitely is on kind of a sliding scale, and I think when they're younger, especially, it makes it really hard for a couple to stay together because it's almost it's almost more to deal with. I mean, and I think part of it is because parents, when the child is young, they almost feel, even though it's not realistic or it's not actual, they almost feel guilty because it's sort of accepted that when the child is a young child, you are responsible for them. When they've grown up, yeah, you're still their parent, but you don't have like that direct responsibility feeling as you do when they're younger. When they're 5 or 6 or 7 or even up to 11, 12 years old, you are sort of you are the one who has the responsibility over them, and so you kind of have this feeling of guilt that what could I have done differently that would have caused this not to happen. Whereas when they're older, it's like still tragic, but they're their own person at that point. You realize in your mind, you realize, hey, they're their own person, and it's sad. I'm devastated they're gone, but you don't feel that personal responsibility you do when they're younger. Because I know when my kids were really little, I always felt if they got, hurt or something, I always kind of felt, even though it was not rational, I always felt a little bit of responsibility. Like, gosh, I should have watched out for him more, or I should have done this, or I should have done that. So, I guess I was looking at it right now. I wasn't impressed with her not even seeing if he was okay after the plane crash. She seemed very apathetic towards him until the very end. Yeah, well, I mean, I think they need to wrap stuff up at that point, Yeah, I knew a guy whose kid died of cancer. He's never the same. Yeah, and that's the thing is like of anything, Kenneth. Cancer is something as a parent you would have zero control over. But you have this irrational kind of thing of what could I have done differently, even though you really could have done nothing differently. There's nothing you could have personally done that would have changed anything. I don't know. My father got killed in a car accident when he was 26, and it pretty much devastated my grandparents. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing too, Janet. Everybody's going to react differently. I'm just more talking about the sort of sliding scale of devastation, which it's all devastating. That's the thing. It's all devastating. None of it is not devastating. It is always devastating to lose a child. That goes first and foremost. I'm just saying on the scale of how much it affects a couple as far as like them breaking up and stuff. Generally, couples that have younger children will break up more often, I would imagine, than couples that are older. I would imagine that older couples, they still will break up. Some of them will break up, yeah. I just don't think it'll happen as often as if they have really young children. And I could be completely wrong about that. I mean, that's just sort of my from the hip kind of thoughts on it. The death of any family member changes you forever. I mean, the death of my father changed me forever. I mean, and I knew he was going to pass away. I mean, that was already a foregone conclusion at that point. But it changes you forever when you lose a family member. It really, truly does. Now, I know some people's family members, they may not be as sad about if they passed away, and family dynamics the way they are. But if you're close with your family, any family member that passes is it makes your life completely different from that point on. We actually just went out to my dad's grave here on Memorial Day and laid some flowers and cleaned off his memorial bench and kind of took care of business there. Sure would love to find a Ptarmigan.
Can't feel my feet.
Yeah, I know, Will. We're gonna go back over here. Are there talking fishes here, Spate? Yes, there were talking fish. We aren't fishing at the moment, though, but yes. Oh, that's just that. Hey, guess what? I can't get insomnia again, game, so suck it. You can only give me insomnia 1. Maybe if Will and Astrid have more than one child, it would have worked out. Yeah, you know, I think that may be a factor of it too, Kenneth, is when you have more than one child, it's not as bad. When it's your only child, that almost amplifies it even more. Hey, look, there's a deer hide here. I'm gonna grab all the birch bark. I'm not going back in the mine right now, so I'm just gonna throw you in there. I've got a little bit more. I got a few more guts. I think actually, let's work on making our secondary bow today. Let's get our bow started. Now, why is it not giving me the option? There we go. I was like, why is it not giving me the option to use me knife? I want to use me knife. Carl! All right, we got our secondary bow. I'm gonna stock it away here. Because our bow right now is at 43%. It'll last for a while longer. I'll throw you in there. I think I'll throw my 100% torch in there too. I think I'll throw the extra blue flame. Oh, I know where I put my rabbit traps. They're up at the cabins over there. They're at the cabins. I think Astrid felt helpless, whatever caused his death, and Will kind of went off the deep end. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is like, it's not even so much like with Astrid and Will. My idea in my head is that she, as a doctor, felt a lot of guilt about it because she's like, why couldn't I have found something that would have saved him? And Will just kind of like went comatose on her and didn't, support her very much. And she kind of withdrew into her own world as well. And it just kind of led to, them just being distant from each other and then just kind of not really they didn't want to deal with the situation. And so they just kind of they just couldn't let it, they couldn't let it go. They couldn't move on, and that's, and that's tragic. Controversial that they've loved each other. Couldn't they just make another? Maybe she couldn't have any more kids. I'm not her. I'm not her OBGYN, so I don't know. Yeah, we were never told what killed her kid. I personally think it had something to do with the research that she was doing. The memory research or something that she was doing. I think it had something to do with that. I'm not sure, though. Look at all this coal we have here. Oh, yeah, that's some coal, baby. That's some coal right there. Okay, so what I want to do, here's what we want to do. I want to make a bench here. I want to get myself the furniture workbench. So I need 10 cedar. I've got 1, 2, 3 here. I've got 5 over at the other place. So I say we go ahead and go get some cedar. We got 23 coal. That's great. I'm gonna drop like 15 of it here. Maybe we should get a little bit of rest here. So I want to build a furniture workbench because then I want to actually, you know what we should do? Here's what we should do. Cause I know where there's some salt. I want to get my ultimate goal is to get the saltine, get a salter down. So I know where the salt is. We just got to go get it. And it weighs like 10 kilos. So let's go get the salt. The salt is upstairs in the concentrator. So let's go get a little bit of salt, baby. Let's get salty. I'm waiting to hear the wolves. I'm sure they've respawned over here at this point. We'll probably just sleep in the concentrator tonight. Hello, concentrator. Are you concentrating very fiercely? Gonna be looking for a few minutes. Gonna make BLTs for supper tonight. Nice. Nice. BLTs sound good. I've never been one to use mods in games. Sim players create massive amounts of mods. Yes, they do. There's some games that are really mod heavy. I mean, 7 Days to Die is the same way. 7 Days to Die, there's just a massive amount of mods you can get for that game. I mean, for everything from just like small mods that are quality of life things to full mods that overhaul the entire game. I got him extremely overburdened. Actually, I don't have him overburdened at all. He's only 36 kilos right now. He's like loving life at the moment. Will's loving it. He's done-a-dun-dun-duns. All right, where's that salt at? I know there's salt in here somewhere. There's a lot of wood up here. That's nice. There's the salt.
Too heavy.
I know. Boo frickin' who. Oh, I like that picture. I'm gonna steal their pictures. And their exit sign. I'm gonna steal their stuff. I'm stealing their stuff and things. Stuff and things. Things and stuff. A lot of wood in here you could cut down if you wanted to. Pretty much endless supply of firewood, just about. I mean, the concentrator building is pretty cool. The concentrator building is pretty neat. I think out of all the buildings in the game, this is probably one of the cooler ones, as far as like the size and the scope of it. Oh, hey, look, I never noticed that before. There's toxic sludge down there. The sludge is in there. Interesting. I never noticed that before. And yes, we have been in that little room over there. We went over there and played for a little bit. I do need a little more cloth, so I think I'm gonna break some cloth down here. Just use my hands. Get all handy with it. A piece of cured leather, huh? Get them planks. These planks are good wood. In 39 minutes, you get 6 pieces of wood. Or 6 reclaimed woods, which is really good. That's the bet. These are the best return on your money for reclaimed wood. It's so dark. It's not that dark.
I think I need to lay down.
It's not super dark. It's dark and it's pretty dark. It's pretty dark. It's not super dark. I need to get some food. Let's go back and grab some fids.
Something's gotta go.
Oh, that's fabulous. We have an aurora. Fabu. It's a little dark in there.
I could eat anything right now.
I had forgotten to put night vision on too, Janet, so that's kind of my fault. Usually I remember to put night vision on, but I didn't. What is that over there? There's like a red thing sticking up from the mountain. I think that's a graphical. No, that's a mountain behind it. It's a mountain behind the mountain. Okay, I see. Yum yum. There we go. That filled us nicely. All right, let's dump off this big old sack of salt that we got. Woo!
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
All right, there's our big old sack of salt. Boom, beautiful. All right, let's also leave the reclaim. Let's grab this reclaimed wood up. We should have a bunch of reclaimed. We got 28 reclaimed on us right now. I think we'll take that and a bunch of the sticks out there to the, take that and a bunch of sticks out there. I like that, though. Cured guts, cured hides, beautiful. There, see, I can give you night vision. That way you can see a little bit better. Okay, so we got some cured guts on us. It also makes this very bright, so this is going to be bright for a second while I open the drawer here. Let's see how many sticks we have. He's thinking, give me some food and water, put me to bed. I know. Poor Will.
I'm so tired.
And then he says, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. No, it's not. It's a OBS filter that I use. You cannot do that in game. I am still seeing this. This is what I see. That's what you guys see. Because but it also makes this part of the game very bright because it's basically oversaturating the brightness of the game. It's picking up whatever light's in the game and just giving it more oomph. So I'm gonna switch back to this because it's gonna be very bright here. Oh, I drank my water, right? Yes, I did. We'll go up and see if our rabbit traps caught us any rabbits. Then we'll check up there. Yeah, I try to remember to, our prepper's pie just became ruined. That's how quick they become ruined. That's all right. I try to remember to turn it on, but I sometimes forget. I sometimes forget about it. And that's my fault. That's on me. Let's grab our crappy water. Let's grab all this reclaimed wood. I'm going to bring back the cedar. We're going to take reclaimed wood out with us. We need to get a little more cedar to make a workbench here. I'm going to grab sticks until I'm full. And then we're going to go over to our fishing hut. And then we'll have a whole bunch of fuel over there.
More.
All right, there we go. And then let's grab a little bit of coal. That's exactly 55. Okay, we need to drop a stick. A stick needs to go down. There we go. Perfect. We're at perfect weight now. Because I'm a blind old. I'm blind as well, so don't worry about it. I constantly am squinting at things going, what's that over there? Hey, Sonny, what's that? Clay Knight, how you doing? Hello, hello. How's it going, my friend? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Yeah, we'll go over here, and we might have some wolf respawns. One already respawned, which means the others are probably getting pretty close to respawning, so we may have to face down some wolfy boys, which is what it is, you know. But I do want to go back and pick up some cedar, and then get a little bit of fur, because I think for the meat curing box, we need 10 fur. And the ominous music sets in.
It's saying hello, Atheenon. Welcome back to the Long Dark. The wolves are alive. They're coming for you. You'll never see them until it's too late. Then they'll nom-nom your face.
No! I don't want num-nums on my face. Mean old wolf face.
Looks like a new day is dawn.
I may share this with you guys and no one will know. Randomly, my ex unblocked me. It's been a month. Is this an ex you want back? Or is it ex with a for a reason that she's an ex? Or they're an ex? I unblocked my ex a while ago, but I needed honestly, I needed to block her just because I needed a break. You don't need to make it any spookier than it already is. Yes, we do.
Yes, I do. We're going back to the place where we fish. Where we fish for the fish.
Fingers feel numb.
All right. Yes, they do feel numb, but we're gonna drop the sticks here. Well, not all the sticks. We're gonna drop most of the sticks. I'll pick some up. And then we're gonna drop all the reclaimed wood here. Gotta build ourselves a little stockpile. I got 4. Okay, I got 4. Let's repair you real quick with a stick. I want to keep this in good shape. All right. When I have nightmares, I'm blaming you. Oh, that's fine. I'll take the blame. The boss, the blame.
Freezing.
I know you're freezing, buddy, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. We're getting vitamin C and food. That's all that matters. All right, let's get just a little bit of sleep. Like 2 hours. There we go. Thank you for the posture check there, UC. Hello, hello. How you doing? Wait till the day you get regular glasses, TV glasses, and computer glasses until you want to get trifocals. I already have transition lenses. I got the transitions going on. Because I got glasses that they have sort of an invisible line where they get a little bit, the prescription gets a little heftier. All right, I'm gonna drop this water here. There we go. All right, we need to go find ourselves some cedar. Let's see, I have cedar on me. We need to drop that off. And then I need to go find some cedar, and I need to head back over to the. I need to head back over to the bunkhouses because that's where we left our rabbit stuff. That heat gets pretty hot. It does get pretty hot. Hey now. Dudes with the 33 months. Oh my goodness, I almost hit 33. You know, for me, the transition lenses were a tough go at the beginning because it felt so weird having this area down here be a different prescription than the regular part.
Dubes
I kept it almost
just resubscribed for 38
it almost
months.
made me feel weird. It made me feel almost kind of dizzy or like it was a weird feeling. Thank you again, Dubes, for the 38 months. I appreciate that sub very much over on the Twitch side. Thank you. Mucho gracias. All right, let's go ahead and dump the cedar here. So we got 7. So we basically need to get 1 more cedar. We need 1 more cedar, and we can build our workbench, our furniture workbench here. Oh, I have something on me, don't I? I picked something up. There we go. See, now we know where the exit is. And we got a cool picture above our window. I like it. I like it a lot. I need to clean this room up out here. This room's kind of messy. Kind of a messy room, but that's all right. Atheenon keeps a messy room, boys and girls. You heard it here. Heard it here first. Oh, actually, you know what? Janet with the 11 months. Oh, look, 11 months. It's been 11. It has. But my chemical boots, these 5%ers will probably do. We'll put on my chemical boots. Actually, let's just put on the My Chemical outfit. We'll look all cool in our chemical outfit. Oh, are the pants gone? Oh no, the pants are gone, aren't they? Yeah, I think the pants are ruined, aren't they? Yeah, the pants are ruined. Yeah, I found the pants after they were ruined, which made me sad. So we're partially My Chemical outfit. Because we're gonna have to go through some chemicals here, and it's bad. It's bad having to go through the chemicals, but that's okay. We'll be fine. Now that we got the chemical outfit on. We're gonna walk ease. We may run into wolvies. I do like the ruined stuff here. I think that's pretty cool. See, this is what Forsaken Airfield needs more of. It's just ruined things that are there. It doesn't even have to have anything in it. Nothing. It doesn't. It's not like it has to be anything cool. It just has to be a ruined something. Something ruined. I mean, Forsaken Airfield, in my opinion, should have like 20 plane crashes in it. There should be just like the landscape should just be littered with planes that came down. I mean, it's got the 2 helicopters and it's got the plane in the lake, but there should just be a whole bunch of there should just be like planes that were downed everywhere. Are you waiting until after your regular 50 days? Yes. The 25 days in the mine are not going to happen until we're done with the challenge. We're going to be getting a meat curing box set up here. We're going to be curing some meat. We're going to be curing some fish, and then we'll be taking all that into the mine with us. Oh, he saw me anyway. I was hoping he didn't see me.
So cold.
I was thinking he didn't see me, and I was like, oh, I got away with it, but I didn't get away with it. Yeah, you sticky wolf. Go away. I don't want to deal with you. Go away, sticky wolf boy. Okay, I guess I have to deal with you. Go away, Mr. Stinky Wolf Boy. I think we put our rabbit traps out back at this place here. In back of the idle camp. Yes, we did. They caught exactly Jack and Doo-Doo. Which actually is probably a good thing, because they'd probably be broken by now. We got that stuff here. We got our carrots and everything here. Everything's here ready to make our food that we want to make. The only thing we're missing is ptarmigan. The only thing I'm missing. Let's get warmed up for a second. There we go. And then let's go outside. We got to go find some more cedar. There's a wolf. There's wolves up here. See, there's cedar right here. And it's one arrow down temps. 2 arrow down temps.
Cold is making my head.
I do need that fur. No, that's cedar over there too. I need some fur. That's cedar there. Mushroom here. I know there's a wolfie over there somewhere. He's probably up here now. He probably moved around while we were taking... Nope, he's over there still. Okay. I could grab a little more cedar while I'm out here. I'd rather find some fur if we can. Wow, it's all cedar. It's all cedar. It's cedar everywhere. Oh, wait, I heard him. I heard ptarmigans. I heard him.
Lay down for a bit.
Oh, you shush, Will. We heard ptarmigans. Hold up. Shh. Be very, very quiet. We're ptarmigan. There they are. There they are. There's 2 of them. There's 2 of them. Sneaky little devils. There's 3 of them. Sneaky little buggers. We gotta wait. We gotta be patient. Got one. One down. 2 down. 2 down. He doesn't even know what's coming. 3 down. 4 down. Hoe down. All right, we got him. We got him, boys and girls. We got him. And I'm gonna grab this burdock root since we're here. Oh my. They don't even let me get my eyes dilated anymore. So I'm such a crybaby about it. I hate people having stuff near my eyes. How's zona contamination treating me? It's been rough. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a little rough. Zona contamination is no joke. Yesterday we almost died. The deer is here? I didn't see the deer. Did you see a deer somewhere? I didn't see a deer. Actually, one thing I need to do though. I need to put my rabbit traps out over here. Or are you just saying the deer would be there? 4 for 4, I win a cookie. Yay! I like cookies. But no, zone of contamination. It's a rough zone. Yes, second one. Oh, yeah, okay. See how bad I was when I have a cataract surgery on both of them using those drops just about killed me. Once something spawned, just like everything spawns. Well, we're gonna go in here and get these birds. cleaned up, plucked, and harvested and made into broth. All right, there we go. Do I have enough food to do that, though? I think I do. I think I have. Yeah, I got cattails on me, so we're good. And we do need water, though. So let's get a fire going. I bet I can get it. Can I get a Maglin's fire? That would be fantastic. No. Of course I can't. Of course I can't get a Maglin's fire. Of course not. Never seen deer in the near the cave you're heading to. Great place to fight cabin fever. Yeah, I don't have any risk of cabin fever, so cabin fever and me are not a thing. We just kind of ignore each other because I took a certain achievement because I knew I'd be spending a lot of times indoors on this challenge. I was like, yeah, I just don't even want to mess with it. I'm good. All right, let's get the meat off these little buggers. That guy had a lot of meat on him. Nice. If you could eat wolves, zone of contamination would be easy. Yeah, it would, but, you know. I wouldn't mind. See, that's the thing, is I disagree that the wolves have no meat on them. I think they should have some. It should be like maybe 1.5 kilos at most. Like the wolves should range anywhere from a half a kilo up to like 1.5 kilos. I think every wolf should have a little bit of meat on him. Not much. I'm not asking for him to have 4, 5, or 6 kilos on him. But I think every wolf should have a little tiny bit on him. And as the developer, I think that would be a good thing too, because their entire respawn is based on you, you know, harvesting animals. All right, there we go. Now we got the meaties on us. We got the meaty boys. We got the meaty boys. All right. Get down another liter. Pluck a feather. I think the point is the meat is contaminated, not there is none. I guess that is true. Yeah, I guess you're right on that part, Salt Smoker. I'd at least like the option to eat it, though. Why, I mean, if you were starving and you were going to die of starvation, would you eat contaminated meat? If you cooked it, really, really, really burn it and cooked it up, would you eat contaminated meat? I probably would. If I was that hungry, I probably would. Carry. I don't think I'd turn up my nose at it. Settled mine is definitely one of my favorite traits and very handy in fat territories. After seeing a video on weather, it confirms my suspicions that blizzards last longer than in lower Great Bear. Yeah, the blizzards do kind of that. Well, the storms here are a pain in the ass. Let's just be honest. Okay, we got our broth now. Broth achieved. We have broth. We have broth. Let's go ahead and get a piece of meat down here. I need something to... Actually, you know, we can turn it all into broth. Let's just get some more water here. Let's eat a couple cattails. Make it give you contamination risk and parasite risk despite being cooked. Yeah, and I think that would be a cool... That would be that would have been a cool affliction, is parasite risk and maybe a small parasite risk, but a contamination risk if you ate the meat. If you ate the poison meat. I think that would have been really neat. They could have really done something with that.
Feels like something is sapping my energy.
But yeah, Settled Mind is quickly becoming one of my oh, I forgot to drink. One of my favorites. Even the option of eating contaminated meat with penalties. What if you eat enough of it, you become radioactive and become a superhero? I mean, it could happen. I mean, he could. But I'd love to have at least the option to eat it. Because, I mean, yeah, if you were really super hungry, you would eat it. Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind I would eat it. Make a little more broth. Yeah, we're just brothing it up tonight. We're in a brothel. Getting a few more feathers too, because why not? Now that we have the broth, now we can go down to the huts down here. Is that a blizzard? That feels like a blizzard. That is a blizzard. I'm glad we're in this cave, boys and girls. I'm glad we're in here.
Might have to drop some gear.
But see, that's the thing is I like options in games, even if they're options that will lead to bad things. I like the option just to be able to do it if I wanted to. I mean, in any sort of open world game, I always feel it is better to give your players options, even if they're options you don't really want them to take advantage of, or if they're options that will hurt them. I like having those options instead of not having those options. Yum, 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 yum. Put another liter of water in there. Get one last broth going on. Yeah, turning your ptarmigan meat into broth is the best use of your resources by far. Because it turns like a 500 or 600 kilo piece into like a 900 calorie piece, which is really good for just the cost of some water and salt. Fire's got an hour and a half on it. We don't have a lot of time to sleep. Let's go ahead and just drink one of our broths down. The only complaint about broth that I have, and I know why they do it, because it does have salt in it, is that it doesn't hydrate you a little bit more. McMahon with the 25 months. And I know it's got salt in it and all that. But then again, pork and beans has a lot of salt in it, and it hydrates you more than broth does.
Just resubscribed for 25
So it's like,
months.
okay, well, pork and beans hydrates you more than broth does. So if it'll hydrate you, why does the broth hydrate you? I mean, it hydrates you a tiny, teeny little bit, but not by very much. Not by very much. It should, in my opinion, it should hydrate you more. See, look at this. It'll give us a little tiny bit. See, it gives a little tiny bit of hydration, but not very much. Tomato soup hydrates you more than that does. Now, peaches, I understand peaches hydrated you. That makes total freaking sense. That makes total sense. All right. I think I'm gonna carry these down with me. We need to go make our recipe and see if I was right or see if I was wrong. I was gonna check and see if the deer's up over here.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Guess what? Just nix what I just said. We're gonna come back for the deer, I think. Yeah, we're gonna come back for the deer. I don't have fuel on me right now to do it. Yeah, we're gonna go grab some reclaimed wood and come back for the deer. Because we unfortunately, with zone of contamination, we cannot pass up a hunt. Actually, I should just hunt it now, kill it, and then come back and harvest it once we get some fuel. Yep, that's what we need to do. We're just gonna drop the birds. We're gonna drop the birds there. Yeah, you were totally right. The deer is now up. The deer is now up. He's just chilling like a villain down there. He's like, hey guys, how's it going? How you doing? Oh, I totally missed him. Totally hit him. Totally hit him with that second shot, but he just running away now. Where are you going, buddy? There's nowhere to run up here. I know. I know there's nowhere to run up here because I've been up here myself.
Can't feel my hands.
I've been up here. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. You're going to run around in a circle for a while, and then you're just going to die. Yeah, that's how things are. That's how things are going to be.
Too heavy.
Whoa! He's like, I'm running, leave me alone. Let me be.
Too cold to think.
This is where I fell off the cliff. He's trying to lure me out here. Get back into the regular area, dear. Jeez Louise, man. Do I use a piece of cedar here? I already started the harvest, unfortunately. I already started the harvest. I think I sort of have to. We're at -19. It'll take all of our cedar. Okay, we're gonna go back and get some stuff. He does know, yeah. He knows what's going on. He knows what he's doing. Don't let him pretend like he doesn't. He knows exactly what he was doing.
I need to drop something.
No, you don't need to drop anything, my friend. You're fine. Everything's copacetic. We'll come back and harvest that deer up. Not today, probably. We need to get some wood. Need to gather a little fuel for him. Hey, Gray, how you doing? Oh, Gay Leaf Failing. Gosh, I am so bad at names. Thank you so much for the Wolf Tack membership over on the YouTube side. Appreciate that very, very much. Thank you for the support over on YouTube. Sorry, I screwed up your name. It's just sort of what I do. I mess up everybody's name. All right, we got the broth on us. We got the stuff. We got the things. Gonna grab our ptarmigans. This is gonna draw all the wolves to us as well. We're gonna be going into Wolf Central over here. Oh, I forgot to put my rabbit traps down here too. And we even got a rabbit. Look at that. We got a fresh fat rabbit over here too. It's Grandma G. Oh, it's Grandma G. Okay, it's Grandma G. Well, thank you so much. Can I pick up the rabbit? There we go. Goodness gracious. Hey, Ari, how you doing? Hello, hello. Now we're rocking the 3 stank lines. Now we're gonna have wolves coming from everywhere for us. We gotta be careful. Your test worked, Ari. I see ya. I see ya, sir. How you doing today? Keep our eyes peeled. Keep our ears open. I am just hoping this is the last recipe I need. I can swear I've made every other recipe at this point. It's Bavella. Twitch isn't posting my chat. Twitch isn't posting your chat? What? What? Why is it not posting your chat? That's so weird. That's so weird and random. Why? Ow. Why is it not posting your chat? I swear I didn't do nothing. All right, let's drop the cedar here. I don't want to accidentally burn it. Let's break down a bench. There we go. Get ourselves some wood. We'll need that for the deer as well, but for right now, we need it for the stove. I don't know why Twitch wasn't posting your chat. That's so strange. Cause yeah, looking back on the chat here, I don't see anything. I saw you say something a while ago in chat. But yeah, that was like really early on in chat. I just thought you were being quiet. I thought you were just like chilling and, you know, doing your thing. All right, here we go. Here we go. We got our taters. We got our carrots and our taters. Got a little bit of water here. Let's see. It's a stew. It's a stew that we've been trying to make. It's the Ranger. No, is it the Ranger stew? Yeah, it's the Ranger stew that we're making. I think that's the one we need to make still. We're gonna do it. There we go. Okay. We did it. I did it. I did the thing. We got 1 hour and 6 minutes till it's ready. Gonna cook up a little meat here. I reckon it'll reset on next stream. That is so weird. Yeah, I was trying to figure out, because I thought that the Thompson's Family Stew was the last recipe I needed. And we made the Thompson Family Stew. And it didn't trigger the achievement on Steam. At least it didn't seem to. Let me look again here and see. Yeah, thanks for the memories is the last one that I have on Steam. The tasting menu. Find and cook 9 unique recipes. I know I've cooked the Camberflight porridge, because that was the one that we went through a whole lot of hell to get the Pinnacle Peaches. I know we did the Thompson Family Stew. I know we've done the Briar House Pie, because that was an easy one to do. It just ptarmigan rabbit. It didn't even take us any special ingredients. I know we did the coastal fish cakes. Pessimon bars aren't needed. There's 9 recipes you can just get. There's three stews, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. That's 9. We've done Stalker's Pie. I know that because I had the acorn grounds, and we did that once we found it. Prepper's Pie we've made a ton of. Lily's Pancakes we made a ton of. And Dockworker's Pie we made while we were in when we found the recipe. I think that's the one you get in. Is that the one you get in Coastal? We did that one though when we were in Coastal Highway. I'm pretty sure. Or we did that in. We might have done that one in. We might actually. I think we did Dockworkers in Bleak Inlet because we were fishing out there. We got a rockfish and salmon and stuff. But I'm 99% sure we did all those. I guess we'll see when I finish the stew up. And then I was thinking back and I was like, maybe the Ranger stew's the one that we didn't do. Because that was the only one that made sense. Okay, we've got Ranger stew now. Is that gonna finish my achievement? I don't know how long it takes achievements to update. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just bugged as well. Maybe I'll have to get the Pessimon bar and do that before it'll update anything for me. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Let's go break down another table, though. There we go. I got an Insomnia Affliction Risk. Okay. That's cool. I hear wolves out there. That's not so cool. I'm going to check the achievements now. View my achievements. Yeah, thanks for the memories is still the most recent one. Yep. Thanks for the memories is the most recent one. Maybe I do need to save. I don't know. Let's eat and save. Oh, I need to harvest stuff. Let's go ahead and eat some of our gourmet ranger stew. Yum yum yum. Yum 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 yum. Carve up this rabbit. You have to eat it, I'm sure. Oh. You have to eat it. Just eat it, eat it, eat it. Dun-dun, dun-dun. Eat it. Eat it. Put it on the shelf and beat it. Oh. Well, I'm eating it anyway, so, you know. Well, let's just harvest these up. Ugh, I'm not gonna worry about it too much. We'll figure it out at some point, right? Getting my feathers now. Let's eat the rest of it here. We'll eat it, eat it. All right, we got it. We ate it good. Yeah, see, I've made prepper pies. Those I know I've made for sure. Insomnia risk healed. Okay. Interesting.
Not sure why I feel
So the insomnia
tired.
came on so late that it just healed itself up. I was like, yeah, never mind. The game was like, nah, never mind. No insomnia for you, sucker. Like, okay, cool. Yeah, we got some wood on us now, so we can go get that deer. And that deer will give us food here, which is nice. And we got rabbit traps set up there as well. And that gave us how many? Oh, we got like 31 ptarmigan meat now, or ptarmigan feathers. That's awesome. That is awesome possum sauce. I do need to break down some cloth around here too. I'll probably go over to the cabins and get some cloth. Probably a good idea. Let's drink down a broth. We'll get some sleep. The Curing Box Unlimited Trader matches. Yeah, I wish they didn't give the matches to the trader. I'm going to move Prepper's Pie to a high priority in my current run. Yeah. Yeah, Prepper's Pie saved my ass yesterday, Ari. It truly did. It truly, truly did. All right, drink down another gourmet broth. Eat you, drink you up. Oh, hold on a second. I'm gonna sleep one more little stretch here. Nope, I still don't have the achievement. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I could swear I've made every recipe now. I could swear I've made all 9 recipes. I honestly do not know what I've done wrong. That is so annoying. So I guarantee we've made these 3 here. The stews we've all made. Those I know for 100% sure we've made them all. Because we struggled to get all the ingredients for Thompson's Family Stew. We struggled to get the Ranger Stew ingredients. We struggled to get these ingredients for the peaches. And we found the peaches late in the game, and that was great. The Briar House Pie, I mean, I'm 99.9% sure I made this, but I guess we could just make it again. Coastal fish cakes, I know we made coastal fish cakes because we brought that rainbow trout all the way back from Coastal Highway to Forsaken Airfield, carrying a raw trout in our pocket all the way back just to make those. Dock Workers Pie, I'm 90% sure I made that, but maybe that's the one I'm missing. Lily's Pancakes, we've made tons and tons of. Prepper Pie, we made tons of. Stalker's Pie is the other one that I'm like, okay, maybe we didn't make that. But Stalker Pie, Dock Workers Pie, and Briarhouse Pie are the only three I could think of that I haven't made, but I'm sure I've made those. I think it's just glitched. I don't know. I could just swear that I made those. Maybe I'm just hallucinating though. I don't know. I wish. See, that's the thing is that's one thing I don't like about their achievements is that it gives you no progress on it at all. There's no way to know what your progress on them is. Like when you have to make like you know in a lot of games they'll be like, hey, you have to kill 1,000 zombies, and it'll keep a progress bar of how many zombies you've killed inside the Steam achievements. It'll be like, oh, you've killed 822. So you're like, oh, good, I only have X amount to go still. It'll actually give you an idea of what you have left to go. In this version of the game, no, it doesn't tell you jack. In Long Dark, it doesn't tell you jack. It's like you just have to do 9 recipes. It's like, well, how many have I done? Don't know, don't care. It's like, well, if you don't know, then how are you keeping track of how many recipes I've done on this run? How are you, how is it keeping track? Where is that data actually stored? What's going on here? I wanted a rug. I wanted to cut a rug. I need to get rid of this stupid cardboard. Get out of here. Get out of here. Well, it just says 9 recipes. That's the thing that's confusing about it. If it does include trader recipes, then it should say trader recipes as well. But it's only 9 recipes, and you can find 9 recipes in the game. So I don't think it requires the trader recipes. If it does, maybe that's something they need to specify. I guess I could look. That one is called Tasting Menu. Long Dark. Achievement. Problems. Oh. There are known problems. Frequently, players frequently encounter tracking issues or UI freezing bugs when chasing this in the long dark. Not popping. You must eat all 9 unique recipes in a single save profile, but they do not need to be consumed all at once. Make sure you aren't using multiple save files even if you cook them in separate ones, or they won't count towards your cumulative total. Well, I've eaten them all. Huh. So it appears there are problems. If you remember, it activated for you after you cooked the trader recipe. Well, maybe that is a requirement then. I mean, it seems goofy that is since there's 9 recipes in the game, but you're sure the trader recipes count? Well, but there's 9 recipes in the game already, even without the trader. That's goofy. That's some goofy shit. They need to fix that because that's dumb. That makes me a little triggered about their recipe thing then. They need to get their recipes fixed, boys. They either need to say cook all unique recipes in the game, and that may be now that the trader's in the game, maybe it shifted. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub there as well. Maybe that shifted from cooking 9 unique recipes to cooking all the recipes, and they didn't change the wording on it. They're not bugs, Ari. They're features. It may be something that now that there's more recipes in the game, they haven't updated the achievement on Steam, but technically you have to cook at least one of the recipes from the trader to make it count. They could have just changed it without telling anybody. Not that they'd ever do anything like that. Not that they'd ever change the game like that and make it different. Hinterland, I'm looking at you. Hey, there is a stone. There's a little fire barrel here. Huh. Yeah, I wouldn't think it's all the recipes either, but what do I know? I'm just some ding-dong on the internet. I'm some ding-dong on the internet who thought he'd cooked all the recipes. I mean, I can guarantee the 6 that I have cooked, and then there's 3 that I'm 95% sure that I cooked. It would be nice if it actually had just a tracker that said, hey, you've cooked 6 of the 9 recipes on this run. And then every time you started a run, it would restart. See, that's the problem, though, is they made it all on one run instead of making it through all of your files. So it can't really keep a good accurate tracker on how many you've done, because they would have to have one separate for each file that you started, basically, which would make it really hard. But oh well, whatever. It's one we'll keep chasing. I mean, we're gonna get Max Trader. We're gonna get Max Trader anyway, and then we're gonna get recipes from him. And you've returned, and you're now on a swing set. Well, I hope you're having fun.
Can't feel my feet.
Don't worry about it, Will. It's fine. It's fine. We got a deer to cook up, baby. We got a deer to cook up. Let's just get a little lamp oil out. Get our fire going. Can we use tinder? We got birch bark. I don't want to use birch bark. No.
Turned out pretty well.
It turned out pretty nice, if I do say so myself. Grab these feathers before we harvest, because then we can get more feather spawns. Not that I really need the feathers, but they're nice to have. Oh, well. That's a little frustrating. That's a little frustrating. Because, yeah, the thanks for the memories one popped immediately once I picked up the memento. So. $39 minutes. I think we can get the rest of the deer in that time with our knife. I barely swing because I sprained my knee last week and I walked here, which took like an hour. Oh, man. Well, at least you just get to sit and enjoy. Enjoy a relaxing afternoon. Or evening. Hey, kitty. Where are you going? Oh. She wants to go out. I've had a cat sleeping in the room the entire time. She's just chilling up here doing her thing. But now she wants out, because that's what cats do. They're like, we want to move around. We aren't satisfied just sitting in one place. And no, my cat does not have a shock collar. If you get it, you get it. If you get it, you get it. I'll show you Derpy. Remember Derpy? Where are you? He picked you up, and he made you come over here and look at everybody. You can meow for him. Go meow. Oh, that's okay. I'll be down a minute. Oh. Yes, this is Derpy, also known as Eris, but she's kind of derpy. She's kind of a derpy cat. She's a little slow. Let's just put it that way. She's a little slow. She's not the brightest bulb in the packet. Not the brightest bulb in the packet. But she does her best. She does her best. I mean, some cats are, you know, some cats are really smart. Other cats, you look at them and you go, you know what? It's a good thing you have an owner, because you probably wouldn't make it that long outside otherwise. That cat has zero survival instincts. She wanted out of the house so badly one time that she clawed her way out of a second floor window through the screen. Got trapped on the roof and then was out there yowling like crazy and wouldn't come back inside. And then we had to crawl out on the roof to get her because she was so frightened. Yeah, she ain't that bright. She ain't that bright. She's like, I want to be outside, but oh my God, it's really high up here. I didn't want this. And it's like, well, that's where you went, you ding-dong. You ding-dong kitty.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Yes, you can. You can carry it as long as I want you to, my friend. Let's just see if we can get a little bit of water. It's like, you're a cat. You're supposed to be up on high things. She's a diva. She is kind of a diva. She's an older kitty though too, so she's very sweet though. She'll come in and just lay down on my chest and just like chill and cuddle, and then she just like then she's a very big cat too though. She's kind of hefty, and so after a while her weight kind of gets on you and you're like, oh my God, get off me, cat. So sometimes you just have to push them out. I thought the second story of the apartment, my half-blind cat clawed through the screen and jumped down. That cat really had a death wish. Was like, I want out of here. Watch me fly. Watch me fly. All right, well, boys and girls, I'm gonna wrap it up here for today because we got our family dinner thing going on this evening. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. I don't think I'm gonna stream again today. I worked last night. I don't work tonight, thank goodness. So I have today and tomorrow off. So I'm gonna be back tomorrow. We'll be back early tomorrow playing some Long Dark. And we'll be continuing our adventure. We did find our Ptarmigan meat.
All this gear is
and
slowing me down.
maybe when I reset, maybe when I log out of the game and it updates. Maybe it needs to update to Steam. You know how it updates to Steam sometimes. Maybe that'll give me the achievement. I don't know. I'm just kind of annoyed by it now and don't want to deal with it anymore. So I'm just kind of like, yeah, we're just gonna let that achievement kind of ride for the moment and just not think about it. And when we get to the trader, we can, when we get to the trader part, we can just get some recipes from him and finish it off, and maybe that'll do it. Maybe that'll take care of it. Because I have a feeling I'm just missing one recipe here or there. And I thought it was the Ranger stew, but obviously it's not. It's obviously it's not the Ranger stew. So I don't know why it's doing that. It's a little bit frustrating, to be honest. But we got some fishing to do. We got more exploring to do. We did get this deer, which was really this was great getting this deer, because it not only gave us some more food, which in this zone is very, very rare, but it also gave us another hide, which is even more important to have. We also got the cedar we need to build our workbench, our carpenter workbench, which we're gonna need to build a meat curing box, which we have the salt over there now to make the meat curing box as well. Then we can go fishing, bring the fish back and get them cured up, even though we don't get vitamin C from them in that instance. The thing we do get from them is we get well-preserved meat that we can then take down into the mine when we eventually come back here and do the mining, do the 25 days in the Langston mine. That way we'll have a ready to go curing box. We'll be able to get into the mine and last 25 days in there, no problem at all. And that'll be good. That'll be good for us. Let's just get some sleep. Get a little sleepity boo here, and then we'll be wrapping it up. But thank you everybody, especially on the YouTube side and the Twitch side. Thank you everybody for watching. If you're on the YouTube side, don't forget to of course like and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I will see you all anon. And for those of you on the Twitch side, let's just go ahead and